非常的累的时候，我就会呢用弹这个吉他了。Love me tender, love me true, never let me go.Hi
everyone, welcome to Enjoy English School. I'm Stephen.
I'm Minnie.
And today we're going to be covering entertainment for the date of June 1st and pages 8 to 9.
那我们今天主题是影视娱乐，6月1号的8到9页。
And we're going to be covering one of my favorite superheroes from the DC universe, Wonder Woman 1984.
那我们今天要讲的是老师喜欢的一个 DC 漫画里面的超级英雄，也就是我们的神力女超人1984。
So this is a title for the sequel of the original movie Wonder Woman. And we're going to be talking about new adventures and villains await the DC superhero in the sequel.
那这个呢是神力女超人的一个续集。那我们今天要讲的主题，它会是一个全新的冒险，跟一些新的坏人在这个续集里面等着这个 DC 漫画人物，这个超级英雄。
Well, since I love Wonder Woman so much, I'm really excited to learn more about the sequel. Let's get started. This summer, the famous DC comic book heroine Wonder Woman will return in Wonder Woman 1984.
那这个夏天呢，知名的 DC 漫画女英雄神力女超人将会在1984，就是神力女超人1984这一部电影里面重新回来跟大家见面哦。
Right. Why is it called a DC comic book heroine? Well, it's to differentiate between the Marvel Cinematic Universe, okay? So DC and Marvel are totally different companies. They both have superheroes, so a lot of people get them mixed up. Wonder Woman is part of the DC universe, okay?
那在这边我们强调说他是 DC 的漫画人物，是因为我们有另外一个很有名的一个英雄的系统，是我们的漫威英雄嘛，所以这边要特别的把它区分出来。我们的神力女超人她是 DC 的漫画人物哦。
And let's pay attention to the word heroine. So hero, H-E-R-O, everyone knows it means 英雄, right?
Yes.
But a lot of times if we want to just specify that this hero is a woman, we will sometimes use the word heroine.Okay, but this word, if you use hero to describe a female hero, that's acceptable as well. This word also looks like another word for a drug, okay, heroin.
That's what I was thinking.
Right, but that word does not have an E. It's pronounced the same, but it doesn't have an E, okay? So just pay attention to that difference.
所以在这边可以看到 H-E-R-O-I-N-E 这个字，它其实就是女英雄的意思。但如果你要用 H-E-R-O hero 来讲女英雄也是可以的哦。那老师有刚刚说 heroine 跟 heroine 它的发音是一样的，但一个是女英雄，一个是海洛因，它意思差很多，而且它的拼字上面也有多一个一少一个一的差异。
And the reason why the name of the movie has 1984 is because this movie is going to be set in 1984.
那这个电影为什么它后面就是神力女超人后面又加了1984的原因，是因为这部电影的背景它会设定在1984年。
This is actress Gal Gadot's fourth time taking up the role of Amazon warrior Diana Prince.
那这个呢，女演员盖尔加朵，大家应该都很喜欢她，很熟悉，对不对？这是她第4度饰演一个亚马逊战士戴安娜·普林斯这个角色。
So when they say that they're taking up something, that means they're going to be in this situation again, okay? In this situation is taking up the role of Amazon warrior. So she's going to be in this character again.
所以当我们用 take up 这个片语的时候，代表说他又再一次，那在这个情况下，他就是再一次饰演的意思，所以我们才会用 take up 这个字。
Exactly. So a role as a character in a movie or a film or a show. And the name of Gal Gadot, a lot of people say Gal Gadot without the T, but it's actually pronounced Gal Gadot.
所以在这边有一个小知识，也就是我们要怎么样正确把我们的女神的名字讲出来，就是那个 T 呀，Gadot。这个 T 是要发音的哦。
Right. A lot of people thought it was silent, but it's not. Wonder Woman 1984 is a sequel to the first Wonder Woman film and is set in the year 1984.
那1984就是 1984这个电影，它是第1集《神力女超人》的一个 sequel 续集，然后它时空背景就是设在1984年，所以它就直接把时空背景把它变成它的电影名称。
So the sequel is any movie that comes after the original film. Okay, it could be the second sequel, the third sequel, the fourth sequel. Okay, but if a movie, the story, if it's made after the original movie, but the story is about what happened before the original story, that's called a prequel.
Prequel.
Okay, prequel, Prequel. And you can hear the prefix pre, which usually means before. Okay, so that is a good way to remember that word. So if this movie, Wonder Woman, is actually, if it was talking about something that happened before the original movie, it would be a prequel.
所以在这边我们看到 sequel 这个字，它是代表第2个电影的意思。那如果是第3个电影，我们就会用 second sequel， 就是第2个续集的意思下去讲。那同样的意思，如果是第2、3、4、第4集的话，它就会变成
the fourth sequel.
对，就会一直这样子持续下去。那老师刚刚有说，如果它这个电影它出来的时候，它是要讲一个前传，那我们可能就会用 pre 这个字 prequel 这个字。
Some people might say that the fourth movie would be the third sequel, since the second movie is the first sequel, but sometimes we are confused about that, so we'll be like, it's the fourth movie.
Just make it easy. 2 movies, that's it.
Yeah. Okay, and then we mentioned before, it's going to be set in the year 1984. You could also say, and the setting is in the year 1984. One is using the verb form, and one is using the noun form. Okay?
所以这个句子我们用 set 是用动词，但是如果我们说 setting 的话，它就变成名词。
As a daughter of the Greek god Zeus, Diana appears not to have aged at all in the 60 years since the events of the first film.
That's awesome. 身为一个希腊女神啊，尤其她又是宙斯的女儿，对不对？所以戴安娜在第1集电影的事件发生的60年后，看起来完全没有变老。
Right, so appear not to age seems like you haven't gotten older. Okay, so at all is trying to emphasize that really she hasn't gotten older at all. She looks exactly the same. So aging, age, age, we all know what is your age, right?
年纪。
你年纪多少? It can also be a verb, okay? All right, so if we age very well, that means that as we get older, we don't look older.
So this can also be a compliment to someone, right?
Yes.
当然，你跟别人讲说，Oh, you age very well， 这个 age 它变动词，就是你怎么完全时光岁月都没有在你脸上留上痕迹的感觉。
Right. So if someone says, "Oh, he's aged," that means
he's old.
看起来变老了。All right, let's take a short break. In 1984, Diana's old love interest, Steve Trevor, played by actor Chris Pine, has somehow returned to life after his death in the previous Wonder Woman.
戴安娜的爱恋对象啊，就是这个史蒂夫·吹佛，那他是克里斯·潘恩饰演的。在前1集的《神力女超人》中，他其实已经过世嘛，在前面1集，但不知道为何呢，在1984新的这个 sequel 新的这个续集里面，他复活了。
所以你刚刚听到 Minnie 老师在说，在新的1984，它放在蛮后面的。但在英文的时候 ，we usually put the setting in the beginning of the sentence，所以我们知道在讲电影的剧情里面有怎么样。So that's a little difference between the grammar in English and Chinese. Okay, in English we usually put the setting in the beginning, so people know what we're talking about, where we're talking about, and when we're talking about. All right. The first thing I wanted to point out is 1984 here. They kind of shortened the title because they don't want to keep saying Wonder Woman 1984, Wonder Woman 1984. So they just made it short 1984.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's acceptable. You're allowed to do that. And what is a love interest? That is somebody that we love, a partner or a wife or husband or a boyfriend or girlfriend. Okay. Usually if it's an interest, it's before they get married.
所以在这边我们可以看到这个 love interest 这个字，我们用的 interest 感觉是兴趣，对不对？所以 love interest 它其实是一个对象，在你结婚以前，在你正式稳定下来以前，我们就会用 love interest， 就是你一个好像有一点感觉的对象。
Right. And what do we mean by played by? That means that this actor, Chris Pine, he is playing the character or the role, the word we learned earlier, of Steve Trevor.
所以在这边我们看到 played by， 它其实就是饰演的意思，被饰演的意思。所以我们这时候就可以说 Chris Pine 他饰演 Steve Trevor 这个角色。
Right, so he returns to life after his death in the first movie, okay? So he comes back to life. 我们也可以这样讲, come back to life. And previous, it just means the one before, okay? The Wonder Woman movie before.
所以在这边 return 这个字，我们可以用 come back， 可以把它变成 come back 两个字，也代表了回归的意思，就是复活的意思。再来另外一个字叫做 previous， 它就是预先之前的意思 previous。
The fact that Steve Trevor doesn't look a day older suggests a magical force will drive the plot in the new movie.
所以史蒂夫·崔佛他看起来完全没有变老，他复活而且回来完全没有变老，暗示着一股神奇的力量即将驱动着整个新电影的发展。
Right. So actually, there are a lot of really interesting ways that they're writing this. Sometimes if you're listening to these things, you're like, oh, how come I just learned something and now there's a whole different way to say something? I'm so confused. Which one can I use? The answer is you can use anyway, as long as it's the right grammar, okay? So these are just creative ways to write. I'll give you an example. The fact that we could say since Steve Trevor doesn't look a day older, it hints, okay? You can use the word hints. 因为 suggest 跟 hints 一样是暗示 okay? Hence, a magical power will drive the plot in the new movie or will be the plot in the new movie, okay? But drive, it gives it more of a direction, more of a power.
那在英文里面，就像中文一样有同义副词，英文其实也有。所以老师刚刚很美丽的去呈现了一个同样的句子，但是用不同的字。其实我们在生活里面学到很多的字，所以这个时候如果我们可以自己去做一个替换的话，也是多一个练习的机会。
Exactly. Okay. As for the bad guys, Wonder Woman will be up against two characters have been named.
那至于神力女超人将抗衡的这个坏蛋，有2位角色的名字被提及哦。
So as for and then da da da， 就是在讲说对于这些还是关于我们要讲这些有怎么样的人。So as for the bad guys， 关于坏人的部分呢 ，Wonder Woman 会面对的 will be up against， 已经有2个人被 name 了，提名了 ，OK，will be up against， 那 go against something 就是跟他有对立，OK， 所以平常就是有 enemy 的感觉，OK。The first is Maxwell Lord, a powerful business person played by Pedro Pascal, who makes sure that consumers get their heart's desire.
那首先被提及的就是这个克劳斯威尔劳德这个呼风唤雨的商人。那这个商人我们是由佩德罗·帕斯卡他饰演的。那他是能确保消费者获得他们渴望事物的一个坏人的角色。
Right. So I also want to补充一下一个东西 ，bad guy， 我刚刚有说一个字是 enemy，OK， 就是敌人 ，enemy，enemy，OK。那有另外一个字呢 ，Wonder Woman 这一次在这个电影它是主角 ，right？ 我们英文会说 main character， 主角，我们也会说 protagonist， 那就是这个电影的主要follow 的那个人 ，protagonist 是 P-R-O-T-A-G-O-N-I-S-T， 你会常听到这个字 protagonist。那如果是敌人呢，它有一个字是 antagonist。OK，antagonist。那 antagonist 就是前面加 a-n， 然后 t-a-g-o-n-i-s-t。So protagonist 是主角 ，antagonist 是坏人。OK， 是主角的抵抗的那个人。
就是比较像是一个。坏人负面的角色。
Yes. Okay. Protagonist, antagonist. So the first person we're being introduced to is Maxwell Lord, and he says here he's a powerful business person. A lot of times people might say businessman, right? But nowadays, because there are a lot of powerful businesswomen. Okay, so we try not to use businessman as much anymore. Business person is more gender neutral.
所以因为 businessman、businesswoman 现在有很多女生也都是很成功的商人，所以这个时候我们就会说 business person， 它就变得没有一个性别的一个区分，就会变得比较中立。
Exactly. And who is a consumer? A consumer is somebody who buys things. Okay, so that's a consumer.
消费者。
And a heart's desire, that means what their heart really wants.
就是他们心中的渴望。
The second bad guy, the second is a friend and co-worker of Diana, played by Kristen Wiig, who somehow turns into Wonder Woman's old enemy from the comic books, the cheetah。
所以第二个坏人呢，是一位戴安娜的朋友兼同事，克里斯汀·维格。他是克里斯汀·维格演的，那他不知道为什么呢，就转变成神力女超人在漫画中里面就是常常看到的一个敌人，就是我们 cheetah， 就是豹女。
And then coworker, there's another word a lot of people use. It's colleague. But I hear so many people say college. 他们会把它变成像大学 but it's colleague. 那个 G 是 g 的声音，然后那个 E colleague 那个 E 的声音很明显，注意一下。我太常听到人家说 "Oh, she's my college." 不是 she's my colleague.
她是我的大学。
对 she's my colleague. So coworker 跟 colleague 两个是同样的意思。And the last thing 是 old enemy. 这个不是意思是说是老的敌人哦，它是 old enemy 是说
昔日的，
对，昔日的已经敌人很久的意思。OK.
从出生就是敌人，到现在还是敌人。
Old enemies. Alright, let's take a short break. When watching Wonder Woman 1984, be on the lookout for Wonder Woman to show off some amazing abilities.
那你在观赏这个《神力女超人1984》的时候，密切注意一下神力女超人展现的一些炫技。
Right, so be on the lookout for. It's trying to give you excitement to look for something, to look forward to something, okay? So they could also say, look out for Wonder Woman to show off. So they could take off, be on the. Okay, that's just trying to add more excitement. Okay, you could also just say something entirely easier, which is watch Wonder Woman show off some amazing abilities. Like I said before, there are a lot of different ways to say the same thing, but some ways to say it will give people more excitement. There's more color to it.
所以在这边 look out for 它其实就是要你特别去注意。那我们前面又加了 be on the lookout for， 那个 be on the 就是一个感觉好像一层一层一层堆砌起来，把你的情绪堆到一个很极致，然后让你非常的兴奋的时候，然后才去告诉你说，哦，你因为你要希望你可以这么期待，而去看到 Wonder Woman 就是神力女超人的这个炫技的部分。
Right, and 我刚刚说，如果把 be on the 拿下来的话，就是变成 look out。这个时候 look out 就会变动词，这个两个字就会分开。Look 跟 out 不是一个字了，是一个动词，所以要分开。对，比如说 look out 小心注意的意思，所以它就是有那种感觉，要很兴奋的 look out。And then to show off 我们也可以说 display， 让它就是可以展示一下。然后 display 是 D-I-S-P-L-A-Y， 等一下这个也可以再看到这个字。New equipment like her famous invisible jet and the golden eagle armor will also be on display。在这里出现了。
所以像是他著名的这个隐形战机跟他的这个精英盔甲之类的全新设备啊，就即将都会登场，也就是 display 这个意思。
Right, so Wonder Woman, one of her most famous things in the comic books back in the old days. Back in the old days 是以前的意思。Back in the old days was the invisible jet. Was a jet that she would sit on that nobody else could see except for her. Right, so a lot of times they make funny parodies， 就是一些搞笑的一些漫画还是影片，就是 Wonder Woman 自己也找不到那个 invisible jet，
他自己找不到自己的隐形。
对，那 jet 它就是一个 airplane， 可是就是快速那种，那个叫喷射机，对，很非常快的。然后 Golden Eagle 它这里会 quotation， 因为这是他们自己给的一个名称。对，这个不是一个正式的一个 term，OK， 然后它是 capitalized， 因为它是 the name of the armor. Armor is something you wear to protect yourself.
盔甲。
When you're fighting, okay? Don't miss this exciting chapter in Wonder Woman's story and the latest adventure in the DC cinematic universe.
所以不要错过这个神力女超人故事中刺激的一些章节，以及 DC 电影宇宙中最新的一个历险。
Right, because this is a sequel, right? So another word to use as sequel is chapter. Like a chapter in a book. Okay, 下一章的意思。And then the latest adventure in the DC cinematic universe. Cinematic 这个字呢，就是跟电影有关系。It has something to do with the movie. And then universe, a lot of times in Chinese, I hear people say 那个宇宙，那个 IP， 这个整个 DC 的 IP. But in English, we usually say the universe. Like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, 大家都很熟悉。就跟 DC Cinematic Universe 是一样的意思。Okay? All right, we're going to go into the review section. So Wonder Woman, she is a heroine. What is a heroine?
女英雄。
And this movie, Wonder Woman 1984, is a sequel to the original. And a sequel is?
它是原本电影的续集。
What if the story was talking about what happened before the
如
original?
果是前传的话，那我们就会用 prequel。
Prequel, right? And then, let's say that I say to Minnie 老师, wow, you have not aged
'Cause I'm
at
young.
all. Right? So what does that mean? If we use age as a verb, 意思是
变老。
对，变老 or yeah, 慢慢变老。And then love interest. Who's a love interest?
就是你的爱恋对象。
Okay, usually before marriage.
Yes,
Usually.
有兴趣的对象。
And then if the movie this movie is something that happened before the original Wonder Woman, so it's something that happened previously.
Previously， 预先的、之前的。
And this is the adverb. 如果是 adjective, 就是 previous, 就没有那个 ly. And then what does the verb suggest mean?
You can also use it as hint， 暗示。
And then there's going to be a magical force in this movie. So magical force, 这个
就是一
force.
个 force， 就是一个 power， 它就是一个力量。
对。And then a consumer 是谁？
消费者。
消费者，因为 consume 这个动词就是消费。And then we would say, oh, she is my co-worker. Well, the other word is she is my
colleague，
对，而不是 she is my college.
College，
错 colleague.
colleague，
Okay?
同事。
If I tell Minnie 老师 to be on the lookout for Wonder Woman 什么意思？
那就是要你密切的去注意 Wonder Woman。
对，注意 Wonder Woman，跟我刚刚讲那个方式很像，他真的要过来打你。
对
Be on the lookout for Wonder Woman's movie. There you go. Okay, to show off 是什么意思？
就是去一个展现或炫技的意思。
You can also use the word display.
Display.
Okay? And what does the word cinematic mean?
就是代表它电影的
And this is an adjective, cinematic. Now, cinema 就是它的名词。
电影院。
All right, thank you guys so much for joining in. We'll see you next time. Bye
拜
bye.
拜。
第8页，影视娱乐，神力女超人1984。
Wonder Woman, 1984. This summer, the famous DC comic book heroine Wonder Woman will return in Wonder Woman 1984. This is actress Gal Gadot's 4th time taking up the role of Amazon warrior Diana Prince. Wonder Woman 1984 is a sequel to the first Wonder Woman film and is set in the year 1984. As a daughter of the Greek god Zeus, Diana appears not to have aged at all in the 60 years since the events of the first film. In 1984, Diana's old love interest, Steve Trevor, played by actor Chris Pine, has somehow returned to life after his death in the previous Wonder Woman. The fact that Steve Trevor doesn't look a day older suggests a magical force will drive the plot in the new movie. As for the bad guys Wonder Woman will be up against, 2 characters have been named. The first is Maxwell Lord, a powerful business person played by Pedro Pascal, who makes sure that consumers get their heart's desire. The second is a friend and co-worker of Diana, played by Kristen Wiig, who somehow turns into Wonder Woman's old enemy from the comic books, the Cheetah. When watching Wonder Woman 1984, be on the lookout for Wonder Woman to show off some amazing abilities. New equipment like her famous invisible jet and the Golden Eagle armor will also be on display. Don't miss this exciting chapter in Wonder Woman's story and the latest adventure in the DC Cinematic Universe.